lo corté como si fuera el sol. Back in time, about 4.5 billion years back to our forming solar system, combining a flat disk material around the sun, there were inner planets that were warmer, smaller, and rocky. The outer planets were in a colder, bigger region. Out there in the colder part of the solar system, water came in the form of ice mixed with dust and other stuff. Those bits collided and stuck together, growing bigger. Those other planets had a lot of gravity, and any chunk of ice getting too close would either fall into the planet and get assimilated or get kicked into a different orbit. Trillions of ice balls got tossed around by the planets. Even if they were small, they had some mass and gravity. So every time a planet would pull hard on them, they would also pull a little bit on the planets. The overall effect with these encounters was that Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune moved outward from the Sun, while Jupiter moved inward. Neptune would have had the biggest effect on these ice balls, because it bordered the biggest volume in space where they lived. As Neptune moved outward, close encounters with the chunk of ice flung lots of them into crazy orbits, highly elliptical and tilted with respect to the planets. Astronomers believe that this shuffling of the outer planets is what caused the intense shower of objects that came from the outer solar system, scaring planets and moons. Today, there are distinct populations of these objects. One is a region shaped like a puffy disk. Icy objects there have stable orbits, unaffected by Neptune, called the Kuiper belt, named after the Dutch astronomer named Gerard Kuiper, who initially speculated its existence. The inner edge of the Kuiper belt begins at the orbit of Neptune, expanding for about 4.527.5 billion kilometers from the Sun. The second region is the scattered disk. The scattered disk was composed of the ice balls sent by Neptune into tilted orbits. It overlaps the Kuiper belt on its inner edge. It is about 30 to 35 AUs away from the Sun. Finally, the third region is the Oort cloud, a spherical cloud of icy objects that start about 300 billion kilometers away from Neptune. The Oort cloud extends as much as a light year, 10 trillion kilometers. It was named after Jan Oort, who discovered the Oort cloud in the 1950s when investigating the orbits of long-period comets. Comets are cosmic snowballs that are frozen gas and rocks that orbit the Sun. When approaching the Sun, in the process they are heated. Upon heating the dust and gas, it creates a tail that stretches away for millions of miles. There are two kinds of these comets. Short-period comets would have emerged from the Kuiper belt or the scattered disk. They have shorter orbital periods of less than 200 years. Long-period comets have elliptical orbits that appear from any direction on the sky. The orbits last for thousands of years. The Oort cloud's composition is water, ethane, carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanide, and ammonia. Its temperature is negative 240 degrees Celsius. I think the company would be interested in investing to go to the Oort cloud so we'd witness how a long period comet is made.